Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special episode of the Imperial Holonet. I'm JID123, and today I'm joined by Deapoolzilla, and we are here to discuss the announcement of the 13th Doctor. That's right, folks. The Doctor's now a female. So Deapoolzilla, how about you get us started? What are your feelings towards this casting, especially after Series 10 has ended?
Um, I was kind of like, do we really need the Doctor to be a woman so soon? Especially now since we already had Missy for a bit. But on the other hand, I gave it some thought and I was like, what am I thinking? The whole point of science fiction is that it's supposed to be progressive.
No.
Um, so so my thing with it is that science fiction at its core is mainly supposed to be progressive, and the having the Doctor be a female, I think it's going to be an interesting experience. And Jodie Whittaker is a great actress. She is from Broadchurch, which I was kind of figuring. And it's kind of funny that Chris Chibnall brought one of his actresses from that show to this one, a show that he's already worked on previously, and that show also had David Tennant on there.
I've never seen Broadchurch, but I've heard good things, so I'm have to check it out now.
Yeah. And Jodie Whittaker's actually like, I actually kind of wanted a middle-aged Doctor, and she's about 35, 36. So yeah, that's close. We haven't really had a Doctor in their 30s in a little while.
I think it's a good age, not too young, not over. And what I'm happy about is that in the trailer, they didn't like overplay it too much. I mean, obviously they played the fact up she was a woman, obviously, but I felt it felt natural. It didn't feel like, oh my god, the Doctor's now female. She has now female parts. It's like, no, this is the Doctor who's female, but she still feels like the Doctor,
Yeah.
just by the way
I'm
she
kind of
looks
hoping
and dressed.
I actually like the clothing. I really hope that's her attire.
Oh, me too. I like the jacket and the hoodie. Um,
Yeah. Mostly because like I kind of like the hoodie because now everyone just kind of assumes the Doctor's a male. So having him become a female, everyone's gonna be it's gonna be like a new form of identity because it's gonna be like a whole new fresh start. So the Doctor can everyone's gonna be like, hey, the Doctor's supposed to be a guy, but and the hood can really express that, oh, the Doctor's now like hiding in plain sight.
exactly. So I guess my opinion on it was I was always okay with it. I mean, apart from what you said about science fiction being progressive, Doctor Who's kind of always been about change. I mean, there isn't really Doctor Who doesn't really have like traditions. I mean, obviously you have characters who come back and stuff, but Doctor Who's not like it has to be this one specific thing. It's a very simple premise of alien person in a box that can travel anywhere. And the Doctor changes from time to time, regeneration. And so like I was cool with it, but what I'm really excited about not only for this new actress, but also the fact that everything feels fresh and new and we don't know where we're going, and I'm kind of excited for that because now that Moffat's leaving and we're getting a new Doctor, it's like there hasn't been this kind of good slash nervous uncertainty since Davies and Tennant left, and that's kind of exciting and nerve wracking all at the same time, and that's really good feeling.
Yeah. It does kind of give that kind of feeling of the Davies era. I just don't want it to be like how when Tennant left, it was basically Davies going, "You're gonna miss me when I'm gone, and here's why." I really hope that's not the send off. Moffat's done some really shitty things. Um,
Wouldn't that
I'm
be
hoping,
ironic? He do this. He
but
gets.
yeah, he even did the "I don't want to go." Remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember that. My hope is though that the first Doctor's all like, get over yourself and regenerate already.
Yeah. Um, I actually I'm really interested in this. She's a really great actress, Jodie Whittaker. Um, I'm kind of wondering, are they going to have the companion be male now? My thing is, I don't want a love interest. I don't care if it's like now we're going to have a male companion, and we've had male companions before, but now we haven't really had a main male companion since
Jamie?
I guess Yeah, Jamie, really. But yeah, and you could say, what about Jack Harkness and Mickey? I was like, no. Well, Jack kind of, but Rose was always the centerpiece. So Jamie
Unfortunately.
was, Jamie was, and kind of Adric were kind of like the main focus characters, really.
Yeah, I'm curious about that too. A lot of that, in my opinion, just goes to how well is Chris Chibnall as a writer. Um, because I know he did
He's done episodes of he did several episodes of Doctor Who, and all of them are pretty good.
right. I've seen that. His big claim to fame is, of course, Broadchurch, which no surprise. Um, and he did Torchwood. I think he did a lot of Torchwood. Um,
Yeah, he did several episodes of Torchwood.
so I don't know what he's like as a writer. Hopefully, he doesn't go that route. I trust him more to write a female Doctor than I ever would Moffat, to be quite honest. So that's why I'm a lot more okay with this. If
Yeah.
Moffat were still in charge, then I'd be worried.
Oh, yeah, I would be concerned wholeheartedly. But Chibnall seems like he knows how to write female characters, especially ones in power, but still make them feel vulnerable.
That's good. And that brings me to my greatest excited speculation of I want to see this Doctor go up against some of the big name enemies. Maybe not obviously at once, but like the Daleks, the Cybermen. I would love to see what a female Doctor can how she can handle against Davros. That would be exciting.
Yeah, I actually kind of want a actual Dalek story. We didn't get that in this season. I mean, they showed up and it was more of a reference to Destiny of the Daleks, but I want an actual Dalek story.
Yeah, we haven't gotten a good Dalek story in a long time. We haven't gotten a Dalek story since season 8. I don't count season
Well,
9.
season 9 had that two-parter, which sucked.
Ah, I kind of like it just because they brought back Davros. Um, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Do you think they'll make the Master a male if they ever bring him back?
They might. I mean, people said, "Oh, the Master's totally dead for good." Everyone, I love how everyone on YouTube in the YouTube comments is like, "The Master's totally dead now." Have you not watched Doctor Who?
You could stab the Master and behead him and do all kinds of gruesome things, and he'd be back. He'd be okay. He's come back from worse.
He came back from he's come back from being protoplasm.
Exactly.
Trust me, he'll come back or she'll come back.
Um, I'm curious about now. Also bringing back other Time Lord enemies, but doing a gender bender thing. Like the monk is the female or the Ronnie is male. I would like to see some female on female antagonists too. Obviously, could that be cool? Because if
Yeah,
Time Lords can, switch
you know,
gender.
it'd be kind of cool if they brought back Romana, but she's now become male.
Ooh, I wouldn't mind that. And she's president again.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Uh,
Just love to see Romana. Period.
Um,
Hmm.
I kind of actually want someone like I want like the Doctor to have this moment where he's like, "I've never had these before, or had a lack of that."
Oh, that'd be something.
I don't want to be like a running gag, but you know how the Doctor is when he's checking himself out when after post regeneration. I want him to be like, "Ooh, this is new."
No, no, no. I totally agree. I don't want them to be like, I'm a woman now. But obviously, you have to address it.
Yeah, I want him to like the Doctor to address like, "Oh, oh wow, this is new. I'm working on a whole new set of gravity. I'm I'm a little more top heavy now."
Or maybe just do something. I heard a good joke where they said, like, the doctor would say something like, something feels different about me. Wait a minute. My lungs feel bigger. Like, you think she's going to address it, but then it's like, oh, wait, no. It's just I have bigger lungs. And then
Yeah.
back to being the doctor. What kind of doctor do you want to see this doctor be? Like, we had Smith, which is the wacky yet silly doctor. We have Capaldi, which kind of goes back between grumpy and dark to wacky and silly to that nice kind of balance. Do you want more just a straight female doctor, if you know what I mean?
What is your interpretation of that?
Not too silly. Yeah, obviously Doctor Silly, but more just plays it straight. Kind of the teacher. Um, kind of has their stuff together. Doesn't just do random stuff all the time. More like an Eccleston, kind of.
I actually kind of want her to be very Eccleston, if not that, like kind of like a McCoy doctor.
Yeah, that kind of Eccleston, maybe McCoy with a little bit of five in there.
Because Jodie Foster's like all of her characters are very dark and serious, for the most part, a lot of them. So I kind of want like that kind of the like she like no one takes her seriously, and then they're like, oh, I've basically had my head separated from my body. What the fuck happened?
No, that'd be good.
Yeah. I admittedly, I will be honest, I was a little hesitant on the idea of a female doctor because I was just like, man, that just sounds so pandering. But on the other hand, I'm like, they've hinted at it for a long time, and
I think
you
Missy
know,
with the test run, to be quite honest.
yeah, I think yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking is that Miss was definitely the test run to see if anyone like that. Um, so I think yeah, fully accepted it. We're basically all at that point of um, there's a cycle to all these regenerations for fans. It's like, oh, I don't like this new doctor, and then we'll at some point we're going to be like, I don't want this doctor to go.
Oh, I feel ya.
Tr- Trust me, it'll happen. But
It does.
I'm really interested. I'm just glad for a fresh take. I'm really hoping for a fresh start.
Oh yeah, like from what
That's
I
all. That's all I'm really hyped for, more than even the female doctors. We're getting a whole new start here.
new writer, new cast. They're doing a writers' room thing. Apparently, Chris Chibnall has like 5 year planned thing. I don't know. I hear stuff. I'm pumped, and it's this is. I feel happy. I just feel happy. Like Series 10, I love Series 10. It was great. I feel like maybe now Doctor Who's coming out of that creative rut, and we're gonna be back to like some really hardcore Who again.
Yeah.
And honestly, this
Yeah.
was what they needed.
Series 10 was really good. Um, I thought it was a lot of fun. It was nice to see an actual three-parter again.
The three part was okay.
Yeah. I was just happy that, because it would have been a total fucking mess if it was a one-parter.
Oh yeah, totally. I think it could have been two, but um, yeah, that was a good three parter. And of course, the finale. I love that finale.
Oh, I told Red about it last night, and he loved the idea of the Mondasian Cybermen and seeing the classic Mondasian Cybermen.
Oh, cool. I bet he would. I was more in it for Missy and the Masters character because I think that's what finally. I was always okay with Missy, but I think the finale like clenched it. Like, okay, I like you now. You are a good character.
Yeah, I. It's kind of funny for Red. It's like I love how Red loves Doctor Who, but only for Cybermen.
No, I'm like that too. I'm kind of like that with the Daleks and Davros. Although I probably watch more Doctor Who in general because of my Big Finish stuff.
Yeah.
What enemies would you really love to see this new Doctor take on, especially in terms of now that she's female? So maybe you can. I mean, you have to change the dynamics a little bit. It can't be just the same.
Yeah. I I would love to see the Pteroleptrals. Remember them?
Sorry.
Oh, actually, you know who I want as a big villain?
Ooh,
The
who?
Mara. The Mara.
Ooh, the Mara. That'd be a good one. Um, Sutek, obviously. I always promote bringing back Sutek every season.
Of course, Sutek. Um, what's another good one?
The Great Intelligence.
Uh, let's save the Great Intelligence after that tragedy in Series 7.
Yeah, that's true.
And by tragedy, I mean Series 7.
Yeah, Series 7 not good.
Um, I would say for another good like villain would be maybe like do the Macra again, but have them be intelligent, like an actual threat.
That'd be good. Who else could we?
Oh, the War Chief.
Ooh, yeah, the War Chief, and make him the Master. Just retcon that in. Um, that's a big.
Well, I would say, oh, the Celestial Toymaker would be fun.
Ooh, yes, I would love to see him come back. Who else would be a good one? I think I know these enemies by now. Suntarans, obviously. Give us a good Suntaran episode.
Yeah, we haven't had that since series 4. I mean, they've been them and the Silurians have just been like, oh, it's just Vastra and Strax, really. So they've never really haven't been really antagonists. And you could say, what about in series 5? That was more of a cameo.
Yeah, that was a and the night and the name of the doctor or the time of the doctor. I always forget. Like,
Yeah.
um, obviously, as Ian pleads, bring back Captain Jack.
Yeah, of course. Bring back Captain Jack. That would be fun. Um,
I would love it, just to get on Chibnall for a little bit if he does the Davies thing of kind of building up a Doctor Who family. That was the one thing I always loved about Davies era, the Doctor's family, kind of like with Rose, Jack, Martha, Sarah Jane, kind of that those nice little continuity nods.
yeah.
Hmm. Would love to see Rassilon come back and done right.
And have him not spit everywhere.
Or appear for 5 seconds only to get kicked out of Gallifrey.
Yeah. Um,
Have do something with Gallifrey. We brought it back. Do something interesting.
yeah, that'd be great. Do something cool with Gallifrey, like Doctor. Wow.
Ooh.
Like, actually, it'd be kind of fun. Like, it gets to the point where the Doctor's going around the world, around the galaxy, and at the point he just gets like, "I get it. I'm a woman now. Shut up."
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd
Like,
be.
she has this moment after so many times people are like, "You're a woman now," and he'd be like, "I get it. I'm a woman. I have breasts. Shut up and move on."
I wouldn't mind if they. Okay, I wouldn't mind if they did that because it'd be like a shout out to the fan base who can't get over themselves. Um, like that's the one. Like that's kind of the one thing I don't want to see. Like, don't sexualize the Doctor.
No, I don't want that.
No. I mean, you're already doing. I mean, bad enough we did it with the dudes, and that was probably more the fan base than anything else. Do you think they'll bring back the Master, the man, or a woman? I think we talked about this, but what would
Yeah,
you?
we did.
But what would you
Well,
prefer?
let's give the master or mistress a break for a little bit.
Yo,
Um,
definitely
yeah,
make him as like Series 3 villain again, or the final villain.
yeah. Who knows? Maybe like uh we'll get and the other thing is I doubt we'll get another female. I doubt now that we have a female doctor, it'll people are saying, oh, now we're just going to get female doctors. I doubt it. I would not put it past them if we got another male doctor out of the, like after her.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure there's like a safety net of like, okay, if this female doctor thing doesn't work, we can just Eccleston her out and just put in a male one. That'd be
Yeah.
sad, but inevitable. Um,
Yeah.
anything else we can say on this?
No, not that I could think of.
Me neither. But yeah, we're getting a female doctor and with a new writer and just everything just is coming up fresh again. It's like it's 2011 all over. Or whenever 11th Hour came
It
out.
was 2000. It was 2010.
Okay, it was 2010. It's 2010 all over again, people. And I hope that Trish Chibnall's first episode is as good as 11th Hour because we need a home run because I really want this to go well. Otherwise, people are going to be saying, oh, you can't do a female doctor, and I'm going to have to put up with that. And I don't want to. So, yeah. Thanks for joining me, Deadpoolzilla. This was a good conversation.
Oh, no problem.
And until next time, everybody, bye bye.